Hi guys, it's Shimi from Crafts Names and Things. So today I have a fun project to share with you. Today we are going to make these gorgeous butterflies. I got this idea from Auntie B's Creation. She has a YouTube channel and she shows you how to do it, and then Secret made her version too. So they're really beautiful and they're super simple to make. So I'm going to show you how simple they are. It does take a lot of steps, but they're super easy and you can make your own beautiful customized butterflies. Okay, so hopefully you guys will enjoy this. So you can use whatever kind of scrap paper you have. I just have a bunch of index cards, and that's what NTB used, and they worked very, very well. And it's a little thicker than just copy paper, but you can use carpet paper, scrapbooking paper, book page paper, whatever paper you have around that's in scraps. And you just want to cut it so it's kind of a rough, you know, triangle or square shape, just so that you can fold it in half, but it does not have to be perfect. Then all you're going to do is fold it in half, and I have two different sizes here, so I'm going to show you. And then you just need kind of scrap paints. I usually stick to like 3 colors for every butterfly, but I have a whole selection up here. And then I'm also going to use my Deco Arts mixed media misters, but you could also use the sprayers that I teach you how to make your DIY ones, and those work great too. So no worries about that. And you'll need a pencil and then some type of pin to line your butterflies, but I'll show you that. And a scrap piece of paper of like either like book pages, or this is leisure paper, whatever you have. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to quit talking here. So all you're going to do is take your index card and you just fold them in half. Now if you wanted to, you could put the paint on the line side, but I like to do it on the blank side just because I don't want any lines showing. And then there's really not a technique to this. It's kind of freeing because it's like making like kind of like an ink blot. Or Jenny Billy has a video too where she kind of shows you how to make an art journal page in the same form, but you're just doing it on a smaller scale, and you want it to kind of have the shape of a butterfly. So I'll show you how I do it. So I just take it and I just put dots of paint, and in my mind I'm thinking, okay, like what's kind of the shape of a butterfly? So I'm thinking there, there. You do want some in the middle too, because you need to make the middle of your butterfly too. And this is a great way to use old paints that you have sitting around. And you don't want to put too much paint, but you do, like I said, I stick with about 3 colors, and I find that that works well. And really, it doesn't even matter what shape you get into, because you can make it into what shape you create, because you can make it into a butterfly. So you're just going to push down the other side. So we just put paint on one side, and then you're just going to squish it down. And what I do here is I try to kind of make what I think would be a good butterfly shape. So I make kind of like a C shape here, come down here. But you know, you can't control how it's going to turn out. And the ones that I thought, this doesn't look like a butterfly at all, those are the ones that I love. So there, and it's okay if you have white spots. Okay, don't worry about that. So this is good for me. I like how that looks. So let's make a smaller one. So again, we're going to take 3 colors. Okay. And this is a really fun technique. And I love easy projects, you know, where you don't need a cutter or a punch, and you can just make beautiful butterflies to send in Happy Mail or to use on a canvas. I am going to use a couple of these on canvases, or wings for fairies, or in your collage pages. You could use this for so much. I'm just going to take it, and all I'm doing is just spreading that paint out. And with that one, I think I only used 2 colors. You can use as many colors you want. You can even use 1 color, and that'd be fine too. So see? And that actually looks like a butterfly. So, and just do a lot of them. And like, this is great. You can sit in front of your television and get a little table and add some paint. So again, I'm going to do my dots. I'm going to do 2 dots for the center, and I'm just doing it on one side. And then I'm going to do 1 up here, 1 down here, down there. But there's really no rhyme or reason to it. I mean, there's not really a technique. You just kind of play with it. And I'm just kind of keeping a mental picture in my mind, like, okay, this is the way kind of a butterfly looks. And that's it. Okay, and then I'm going to fold it over, and I give it a squish. So I just move it out kind of like that and move it down. And if you wanted to, you could keep adding layers, but I didn't do that because I like the white showing, because we're going to get rid of that white in a fun way. So see? So see, you just keep doing that until you have something that looks like this. So these are some that I made before that are dried. Okay. So I just set these aside to dry. Okay. And once they're dry, they look like that. Okay. Now from this point, what you're going to do is you're going to get your scrap piece of paper and your scissors, which I should have somewhere here. Oh, which are hiding. There we go. And you're just going to kind of cut off just a little piece of scrap paper. This is a great way to use up your scraps too. I'm going to do a couple here so you can see. I'm going to take it and I'm going to roughly measure that side, and we're going to make the center part of our butterfly. And you don't have to make it with the center, you could just do wings, but I like it with the center. I just think it looks more like a butterfly. And it's kind of cool, it adds contrast. Okay, and then here I just have a mixture of blue and water. Super simple. I'm not even using like Mod Podge or anything. This is kind of a fun project that you don't need a lot of fancy anything. You just need a few acrylic paints and you're ready to go. There you go. And then I just kind of seal it at the top too. So you do that with all your butterflies and you come out with things like that look like this. Okay, so these have dried and I have a whole stack of them. You see that I made tons of them here. And what you're going to do now is you're going to sketch out the shape of a butterfly. Okay, so look online, kind of see butterfly shapes that you like, but you know, I think that you can come up with some great shapes yourself. So I'm just going to, and you only have to do it on one side. Okay, and I'll show you a cool cutting technique. So you're going to go here, that I got from Secret, and you're going to go here, and you're just going to kind of draw a shape. And I do this part in pencil, just in case I make a mistake. That's one way, and we're going to come up. And as I said, I'm not worried if there's some white. That's just fine with me, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it. There's that center line where I folded it, so we'll fold that back. Okay, just like that. Ready? And I'm just going to go up a little bit around my piece of paper that's in the center there. It's for the middle of the butterfly. And I'm just going to go on the side where I traced, and I'm going to cut around. Okay? And you will need kind of a small detailed pair of scissors. You could do it with big ones though. And these I got at Michael's. They're just a few dollars, like $2. Okay. Oops, and I got a piece of paper in my glue. Just like that. And you just, it's really quite fun, I mean, to cut out all these great shapes of butterflies, and you can get as elaborate as you want. You can make really beautiful wings. And then all you do is fold it in half, just like that. Kind of make sure it's lined up as much as you can, but this is not about perfection, so do not worry. Your butterfly will look awesome. Even if it's not even, we have no worries about things like that. Not on this channel, at least. I'm going to take it and just going to cut around the other side that we made. It's okay if it sticks out a little bit, we'll just kind of trim it as we go. But you're just kind of using that folded, that in that you already cut out as your guide. That's it. Just so that they're fairly even. It's okay if they're not perfectly even though, but there we go. So then you have something like that. So see, it's the shape of a butterfly. Okay, so you'll do that with all of yours. Like this one looks like a butterfly shape. So for this one, I would very easily just go around like that. Just like that. Very simple. Okay, and then I would cut that out too. So let's do another one for you guys. So here we're going to fold it in half again. I like to see things a few times. This is going to be a longer video, just to warn you. But I think that it does have a lot of steps, but it's a lot of fun. Just take that and go around like that. And it's great because you can be as creative as you want and just make different shapes. Kind of, it inspires you a ton. There we go. Just like that. Alrighty. Okay. Then we fold it in half, just like so, and we can go around everything again. Just like that. I'm making sure my microphone's on. Couple of videos I didn't have my microphone on. I made this beautiful journal, and then I didn't have my microphone on it for the whole thing. So I'll have to remake the signatures part. Everything else is fine, but not that part. Isn't that funny? Sometimes my brain just does not work. And hey, if you guys like this tutorial, I really hope that you'll subscribe to my channel. We have a lot of fun on this channel. I have the best subscribers in the world, as I like to say. And then you have the shape of a butterfly. So you'll just keep doing that with your whole stack of butterflies. Okay? Alrighty. Now after you're done with that, I can actually use those to show you. You are going to add some kind of ink-like. You're going to add your spray inks on top, which I love. This is my favorite part, and it's really messy, just to prepare you. So you'll lay these out, and they've dried thoroughly, and I think I should have a couple here. Do I have a couple? Nope. I added all the ink to mine, but these will work, okay? And then you're just going to take whatever color you want. I'm going to use just a few colors. I'll use maybe black, or maybe I'll just use blue and pink. Just going to take it, and you just take the sprayer part out, and you're just going to drop dots right on there. And it just adds, I mean, you don't have to do this step, but I think it just adds something. And like I said, you could use your DIY spray inks. You do not have to go and buy these. You could just use whatever you have at home. And they work great too. I'll show you a few that I made with the DIY sprayers that I show you how to make. I have actually like 3 videos showing how to make them. So you're just going to take it and do that. And you're going to kind of try to get those white areas. Okay. Very cool. And I don't care if the colors mix. I don't care about any of that. Just going to take a spray bottle and you're going to spray it down with water. Okay. Just like that. Alrighty. You just want that color to kind of move around. I'm going to dip them down a little bit. Like I said, this part is messy, but it's fun. Okay. Same thing with this one. Just like that. Of course, you wouldn't have all the paper scraps on here that I do. Okay. There we go. Alrighty, and then let's add some more, because I see some white there. And then you just set those aside to dry. And it looks really cool. And I really love drips, when you can make it drip a little bit. What was that? And your mat gets all this love. Very cool. Alrighty, so those two you would just set aside to dry. Okay? So you let those dry. I'll set those right over here. Alrighty. And then what you end up is these beauties. You end up with something like this. Let me put down a cloth here so I don't re-wet these. To soak up all that goodness. Okay. And I just want to kind of show you the shapes that I came up with. Okay. So see, these are my butterfly shapes. So you can see, you can just make them whatever shape you want, okay? So after you do that, you're going to grab either a black pen, but I like to use my DIY paint pens. Just regular glue, paint, sorry, in fine liner bottles. And I just like to outline the wings, okay? And I have all that beautiful kind of ink on it, so I love that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go around the butterfly first, or at least on one side. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to outline the wings. And it's okay if my lines are not straight. We're not worried about that at all. And if you wanted to, you could add multiple colors at this point, but I just really love the black. Okay. If you wanted to, you could add a center part for the butterfly, so you can add as many details as you want. You could add some dots. And you could do this with a permanent marker, so no worries at all. Do not go out and buy expensive supplies at all. This is just what I like to use, so that's what I'm using, but do not feel obligated to have any of this stuff that I'm showing you. Okay? You guys are so creative. You find ways to make things without having to spend tons of money, like me, which is great. Alrighty. This side I'm just going to put lots of dots. Okay, and it's okay if they don't match. Okay, so you have that, just like that, and you just let that dry. Okay? And you're going to do that with all your butterflies. Okay? And they look really pretty now, but they're a little bit dull. And I want to brighten them up a little bit, so I'm going to show you what I do to do that. Alrighty guys, so the next step is you let those dry, so you have this. So these are all dry, the paint's all dry on there and everything. So I'm just going to set these on a piece of paper, on a piece of cloth, but you could do it on your mat. It's just that I just got done spraying all that water, so I didn't want the backside to get wet, but it's dry now. Okay, so you're just going to take your varnish, you could even use Mod Podge, the glossy Mod Podge or the matte Mod Podge, that work too. And you're just going to take it and you're going to just put some on there. And I just put it kind of in globs because I use my fingers and that's entirely too much. It came out a little bit there. I'll just stick that on there. And just wash your hands when you're done really well. I just love to use my hands. Okay, and you're just going to just kind of slather it on there. Now if you don't want to use your hands, you could use a paintbrush, and that works too, that's fine. There we go. And you're just going to kind of spread it around. And it just makes it super shiny. Now on some of these, I'm not going to put the shine on because I'll put it on canvas. And then I'll add my shine to the whole canvas with varnish. But for these, I'm going to do something else with. So that's why I'm selling them. But I have tons of them that I did. So you see that? And you just let it dry. And I love this liquid glass. It's really cool. It's a great product. So hopefully you'll try it. And it's just like, I think, glossy accents. I've never used that because I've never been able to buy it. I usually get the Dimensional Magic, and I use a coupon when I get that. But I thought I'd give this a try since Deco Art sent it to me, and it has really great results. Take that. And it does create kind of a little coating on top, which is great. And if you wanted to, you know, you could do the whole thing super thick, but I don't think that's necessary. I don't want a super thick coating. But it looks all shiny and pretty like that. Do you see that? It's so pretty. Okay. And then you have and once it dries, it looks like this. So it has that beautiful shine to it. And it kind of looks like stained glass with the black pen, which I love. And then some of them, like I said, I won't glaze. Aren't they pretty? And it just makes that color pop. Like it makes all your inks and everything just pop out. Like this one. And you could hardly see, you know, where I dropped the spray inks, but now you can really see it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I will link the ladies below who inspired me to do this wonderful project. If you guys have any questions, let me know, but it's super simple to do. And like I said, it's really fun. It just does take a little bit of time, but it's totally worth the process. So I hope you give this a try. Please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We would love for you to join us and to watch my videos and share them, and anything like that that you could do for me, I would appreciate it a ton. Okay, so I will see you guys later. Have a fabulous day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. See you next time.